Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Hi, guys. Yes, so I just did a couple reactions today, but I didn't want to leave this one out because I watched the episode today. Yes, episode 5. I watched it today, and let me tell you, it was good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Now, because I've already watched the whole episode, I kind of wanted to share a couple of the moments that I thought were cute, or like I wanted to just make sure you guys saw it, okay? Because there was a lot of moments in this episode that I thought were funny, that were cute, that I was like, okay. So, the first one, please. I'm already ready for you guys, okay? Mind you, moral of the whole episode is that I loved it. And that there's a couple of ships going on right now, imaginary, and they're about to start too, and I can't wait to see how they turn out. But the first moment that I wanted to show you is this moment because I thought it was so cute that they were all there, and we have Ya, who in the in the drama he's called Tool, and he's literally teasing them back and forth. And I like the fact that we got the aquarium timestamp. Okay, I like that because if remember we have to pair the two, the first season, which is Until We Meet Again, and then this one because they run parallel to each other. So I like that in this particular scene, he gave us the timestamp of the aquarium date that they had, which I was like, finally, I know where they are. I liked it. I thought it was adorable, and I just love that they're able to just tease each other in this one. It's not just the fact that Win is a little interested in team, like a little bit more interested in team. It's also Dean who's like, what's going on with you and Parm? I love it. Okay, I love that. That was cute. And you know what? A little bit after that first scene, because they're all still teasing each other, we get this scene with Win, and he's like trying to explain to them why he's listening to music all of a sudden, and it's because he wants to get to know what team is listening to, and we get this like little transition of him listening to music, but then team is just like meditating and listening to music. I was like, oh, so connected. I loved it. Okay, I really enjoyed the transition because we were starting to get to know how Win feels a little bit. I mean, in the last episode, he just realized what he feels for him, and now it's kind of like, yeah, like I am trying to get to know him. I do want to get to know him, and we know that in the next episode he's gonna freak out about it. But for right now, he's still in that like, yeah, this is happening. So I really like that for these two. Very interesting little transition, but I really enjoyed it. I liked it. It just they're so connected at this point. I love it. And I'm not gonna play it, but there is a scene here at like a timestamp like 7 minutes in, and it's with Sam is being teased by Parm and Team, but at the same time, just like the other three were teasing each other, these three are teasing each other, and it's like, what are you talking about? You're gonna go to the meet for Dean. You're gonna go for Farouk. Sorry, always pronounce his name wrong. And obviously, Team is gonna be there, but he only cares about Win. So, you guys, love you. And then one of the interesting things of this particular episode is that we get a little bit more of Prince and B. Okay, and I want to point this scene out because I don't know if you guys noticed when they're telling him about like what Prince just got back from shooting, he's really tired, he hasn't really slept, XYZ. B's face when he just like looks at him, it's like, oh, this poor little baby. Look at his face though. I can't. Like he's so concerned. And I think it's adorable that he doesn't really know that he's concerned yet. But I love that he also takes him back to his place and goes like, you should take a rest. I'm like, B, do you know what you're doing, sir? And we can't even discuss that Prince didn't enjoy it because he did. I'm just saying. Because I mean, come on. In this little scene, they're so adorable. And I don't know if you guys noticed the little giggle that we get from Prince because he's like really giddy. We're getting to ride the motorcycle with him. Like this particular part, he literally giggles, and I can't. I found it so adorable. uh, Adorable. Like we had a lot of them in this part, and can we discuss how he didn't take him to a hotel, right? He took him to his room. Okay? He literally went, you can use my bed. You can use anything that I have. I do not want it. And they have this like cute little interaction here. Like they're I feel like Prince definitely got comfortable enough that he can really talk to B, because I feel like he welcomed him so fast into his group that I feel like it made Prince feel very comfortable being around him, and he's able, to take his contacts off. He's able to take his makeup off. He's able to take a nap. And just like Team has Win as a safe space, I feel like Prince has B as a safe place almost. And I'm like, I can't with either of you. And of course he wouldn't take you to a hotel. Please. You have his room. What are you talking about? He was not going to do that. Even if he says there's none available, he wasn't going to do that. Bye. And can someone explain to me why he would need his glasses to take a nap? Oh, I'll tell you why. Just to have a moment a couple seconds later with freaking B taking them off his face. Because why would you need glasses to take a nap? I was just like, that's just making your own moment. I can't with them. I mean, they were cute. But you don't need glasses to take a nap. I love you. Literally, falls asleep. He gets a sweater. He gets a blanket. And then he has to take the glasses off your face. Moment. I know, I get it. What a moment. It was great. Wow. He has to take them off. Mind you, this stare was very, very long. I thought he was going to do something, but I'm glad that he didn't do anything. I feel like that wouldn't be what his character is. Yes, he can like stare for a little bit. Obviously, he's milking the moment. But I'm glad that he doesn't do anything else. But seriously, why take glasses to take a nap? It's not a thing. And you know what? Why don't we discuss about the other moment, okay? Where Prince kind of does the same thing back to B. And it's really adorable that he's doing this, right? And then after this part, we know that he's fake sleeping. And then he goes into like this like squeal, almost like, oh my god, what just happened? I really enjoyed watching. For a second I was like, oh my gosh, don't forget your sunglasses. Don't forget your glasses. He's so fake sleeping. He does a good job though, for it to be fake sleeping. Good job. I'm guessing he woke up when he was being touched. I love his expression there. My heart, I can't take it. Very interesting development with these two. I don't know where it's gonna go, but I liked where it's going. It's very interesting, and we all know. Okay, I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for B, Bumblebee. I know he can do it, cause clearly he can't take it for much longer. Okay, now let's get to a kind of heavy topic. I know well, me myself, I have been very intrigued as to what's happened to his brother because he's been mentioned for a little bit. We don't know what's happened, but because we don't see another picture of him, it leads me to think one thing, and that is he's no longer in the picture, right? And that's just sad. And then he has this conversation with his mom, and she literally tells him, "Oh, your brother probably misses you." And I'm like, what do you mean? We still don't know. But when I saw this scene, honestly, I cried. I couldn't. Prem is one of those actors. Ugh, and come on, tell me that you can't. Like, just watching it makes me tear up right now. And I can't do this to myself. Okay? Wow. I'm not lying, okay? He's one of those actors that when they cry, I can't. Earth does that to me. Gun does that to me. He does that to me. I think even Nyx did it to me. There's a couple other ones, but I can't with him. In this scene, it's so heartbreaking because we don't really know what's happened to the brother yet, right? We can only speculate. And if you guys know what happened to the brother, if you know he's no longer in the picture, that's where my head is leaning in. But I don't know, and I haven't read the story, so I don't know what's going to be happening in it, and I'm okay with that. But very interesting. It was a really sad scene. And I honestly thought he was gonna break down while he was talking to his mom. He didn't, and I was like, "You did good, babe. You did good." And let's discuss the fact that he literally left the door open on purpose. He knew you were coming. That was just for you. Okay? Just for you. And in this scene, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but in this scene, we get that he kind of, Win confesses to him, right? He asks him to be his boyfriend or whatnot, and he is like, "Are you sure that's what you really want to ask me?" But I don't know if you guys noticed one thing, which I'm gonna skip to right now, because I noticed and I couldn't unsee it. I don't know if it was because of the character or because he himself was embarrassed by the situation. But here, let me skip to it first. Yeah, so in this part, Team has literally just asked him, "Is that really what you wanted to ask me? Like, is that your true intention?" And when Win turns around, Bound turns around, he's like, his ear is so red. And I was like, I wonder if it's because of how his head was positioned or if he was really embarrassed by the scene. Like, because they're like so close together in the bed and they're like confessing each other's feelings. And I'm wondering how Bound felt in this particular scene. But I noticed, I was like, oh my god, his ears are so red. I couldn't unsee it. I just thought it was interesting and funny. I mean, and they get all cutesy and stuff and they cuddle, whatever. Who cares? And then they have a moment with the tie and whatnot. Cute. Overall, cute. They're doing a good job. I mean, we already knew their chemistry is too big, too close, too everything. I love it. I mean, the fact that he's just able to literally take a shower, just go to the closet and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm wearing this for today." Like, he is just at home, okay? He is at home. What's his room? No. He lives in Wynd's room. That's how comfortable they find with each other. And it's very surprising that Team still feels like Wyn does that for everybody. He doesn't at all. It's like, you haven't been listening? that people have been like questioning him. Like, are you sure you want to be doing this? 2 years old? Like, sweetie, I can't. Love him. And can I just say that tie became his favorite tie? He will never wash that tie. It will forever be his. Did he learn how to tie a tie? No. Did he enjoy the moment? Yes. Is he probably gonna ask him to tie his tie every time? Most likely. Because why wouldn't you want Heowin to tie the tie for you? I mean, maybe not have Parm do it anymore. That was the whole point. Um, but definitely, Win can always do it for you. And then here we go with another heavy topic. Okay, this whole situation with Juan and the dad and the hotel, and I was really angry at this scene. I'm not gonna lie, mostly because like if you want to have a father-son relationship or like just a parent and child relationship, this is so not okay. Okay, for him to just like assume just because he came back, like I'm like, dude, do you even know what your son's been doing this whole entire time? And then he screams at the other little child. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, ugh, it's so toxic. Okay, it's so toxic, and I hated it. And I mean, it's one thing that the older one is yelling at his dad back, but the fact that View, View, however you pronounce his name, the fact that Santa, let's go by his artistic name, Santa like screams back at him, that is not a healthy relationship at all. And if you notice, the dad's face was kind of like in shock, or not necessarily in shock, but it was probably like, oh, bro, like I just did that and I didn't even know. I was like, yeah, you shouldn't judge. You should probably ask. You should be like, oh my gosh, is something going on? Like, what's going on? Tell me about it. You should be more supportive. And when he was like, oh, I wonder if you still had your hotel, would you be the dad that we used to have? And I was like, mic drop. Wow. That was a jab. And if you didn't see it, it was good. It did good in this scene. I was like, and okay, before I move in, because I'm gonna go jump into another part that I thought was also interesting after this scene, because this whole entire time when we had the preview for this episode, I thought that Win was gonna go back home, and that's how his big brother Juan was going to meet Toll face to face. Not at all. I was like, why was I even thinking that he would take him to his home? That's not a thing. But then it makes sense as to why they meet this way. And I was like, that makes more sense, because if he goes to visit his brother, then he'll probably meet his friends, and then there you go. Yeah, I was. It wasn't that I was disappointed, but I was like, I didn't see that one coming. Then again, I never do. And you know what? I'll give him the fact that he was being really cute in this scene. Okay, he really was. He figured it out, one, and then he was being really cute. Wow. This one's like, okay, I'll see you later. And you know what? He gets more information out of Win about his brother, which I was like, you little sneaky little. He did good. He used his time. He saw an opportunity. He took it. And the fact that they talked after and he just automatically knows these things, I'm like, why haven't you figured it out? Why? Then again, I don't think one knows his name. I don't remember if one knows his name or not. So we know that Toll knows his name. And because he overheard a conversation, he knows the other two's name. And that's how he put one and one together. But I'm very intrigued as to when the other one is going to put one and one together. Like, when are they going to have an actual conversation? That's going to be a good conversation to be in. I want to be a fly on the wall. We will be a fly on the wall, so I can't wait for that to happen. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not saying this is going to be a BL ship, but I want it to be a BL ship. I'm just saying. I didn't say that though. I didn't say that. You guys heard things. And yes, we know he's stressed out, not only about his brother, about everything that's been going on. We don't really know what's happened to his brother. But can I just say, it's very true. You should not go anywhere near water if you're not with at least someone else, right? Because you just never know. You can get a cramp, and just like his brother told him when he was younger, you can get a cramp and you can drown because you literally can. Like, there's, I believe not too long ago, there was a competition, a swimming competition, and actually one of the athletes had a cramp and she was literally drowning, and her coach had to dive in because she saw that she wasn't coming back up, and literally dived in, grabbed her, saved her. And it's this is dangerous, and the fact that he's practicing by himself is already dangerous. He's not really mentally there. He's overstressing. It's like, why? He's not necessarily sleeping well either. Like, yeah, when he's with team, he sleeps better, but it's like he has all these stressors, and the fact that he literally went to practice at night, there's no one there. Well, we know that we know that Win goes to rescue him, but if he wasn't there, no, no, I don't even want to think about it, okay? Because not only his character, but like anybody who's put themselves in this situation, it's so not okay with me, okay? You should not go swimming when there's no one there. That's why they tell you, like, swim at your own risk if there's no lifeguard, because you just never know. Never know what could happen. And he literally gets a cramp, and I'm like, nearly had a heart attack because I'm like, no. But then again, I wasn't I wasn't stressing because we know when it comes to the rescue. So, and that was it for this episode. That's literally how we end it, very dramatically. There is a bonus clip, and he does get a kiss in exchange for the drink, which I thought was cute. I was gonna play it, but I'm like, nah. That was it for the actual episode. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna play it. I just wanted to stop it there, but that is how we end this episode. And it gave us a really interesting preview to the next episode. Again, Win is gonna be freaking out because he cares too much. I think the fact that he's gonna find him this way is gonna freak him out a little bit more. It's gonna be a sad episode because he's gonna try to like push Team away. So we'll see what happens with Team. I don't think either of them at this point would be okay. And I think the one who would suffer more is Team, unfortunately, because Team has gotten more attached to him. And although we know that Win loves him, he doesn't necessarily want to be put in that position because of XYZ. So it's going to be a very interesting episode. And this is how we end this episode. And there's a couple lessons to be learned here. One, don't swim by yourself, please. Even at the beach, no. Swimming pool, no. Even if you have one in your backyard, it's very dangerous. You should at least tell someone. No, please. That's just dangerous. Okay? 2, if you have a confession, babe, just go for it, okay? It can be scary, but just go for it, okay? And then 3, your friends are sneaky little, and they will use all the information against you. Kidding. I'm kidding. I was just talking about teasing. There's a few new ships, okay? We got Juan and Tool, and then we have Prince and B Prince. I'm here for it. P Dean and Pon. They were always number one. Let's be honest. Since season one. So it was good. It was a good episode. It didn't give us a lot. Like, it's still pushing forward. But what we got was actually really good. And it's episode 5. So we're definitely going to get more of the meat and potatoes of this series by next episode. And I can't wait. Because I want to know what's happened to the brother. I want him to visit. Or at least talk about it. Because he did. When they tell him when he was ready, he could open up. And that was completely up to him. But I want to know. And then, where was I going with that? And I want to know what's going to be happening with the Prince, because I'm intrigued and I want to know. And then Dad needs to, I don't know, go somewhere. And Tool and Juan, please, I need to know. Please, I need to know what's going on with those two. But we have a couple things to look forward to. And until the next episode, I will see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I really did. I was probably laughing the whole entire time, except when Prem was crying. I couldn't. But nevertheless, the episode was actually really good. I really enjoyed it. And remember, you can always let me know if there's any other series you want me to look into. I will see what I can do. And yeah. Until the next episode, I will leave you guys. I'm about to pass out. But until the next episode, I will see you guys later. And as always, you are more than welcome to like, to comment, to share, to subscribe. You do not have to, but you're more than welcome to do any or none of the above. That is completely up to you. Hopefully you do decide to stick around, subscribe. Why not? It's free. And that will ensure that you don't miss any of the other content that's coming, because trust me, there's so much and I cannot wait. I have like 4 other series that I want to react to that you have no idea. Anyway, there's so much more coming, so please stay tuned. There's so much coming. I don't even want to spoil it anymore. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.